Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ask the Broker. John called in last week and he had a wonderful question for us, and his question was, how do I ensure that I get the highest possible price for my home that I'm selling? Well, that's a complicated question, John, but we appreciate you asking, and I think I've got a tip for you that you'll find valuable here. My advice is, when you're negotiating on the sale price of your house, keep in mind that when the buyer and seller initially agree and you get to a point what would be considered mutual acceptance, where you've got a written purchase and sale agreement between the two parties, you then have mutual acceptance. So you've arrived at a price in general terms. Now, the reason I jumped directly to that is that's a point that you've negotiated to, and it's very important to understand that. It's also important to understand that there will be typically a second round of negotiations, and that will be done after the home is inspected and the deficiencies that the buyer and the buyer's agent find in the home. Often they will come back and attempt to renegotiate for a lower price. So my advice to you would be, keep that in mind as you negotiate, because after the first round, you're not done. And a lot of times buyers or sellers, they'll kind of use up all their equity, all the feel good between the two parties, negotiating as hard as they can on that first negotiation. And then when it comes to having to fix the roof or some other major repair, the seller says, get out of here. So don't use up all the feel good equity in the first round of negotiations. That's my answer. I hope that helps. And for all the other viewers out there, if you have a question, we'd like you to write, call, or email that question in so we can include your question in our next series of Ask the Broker. Thank you.